has three parts. First part of aorta, that is aorta ascendens, it starts with bulbous aorta, then arcus aorta, and then aorta descendens. And aorta descendens subdivides into thoracic and abdominal part. An abdominal part of aorta at the level of L4 subdivides into common iliac arteries. But you not necessary to prepare iliac, only thoracic and abdominal aorta. Both thoracic and abdominal aorta has two types of branches, parietal and visceral. Visceral branches goes to inner organs, and parietal goes to human body, to trunk, to lumbar department, to ribs, and so on. For example, which organs receive blood from thoracic aorta? What do you think? Which organs in thoracic cage? In thoracic cage, now we speak about thoracic aorta. Which organs do you know in thoracic cage? Lungs. And lungs receive blood from thoracic aorta through arteria branchialis. What is the differences between arteria pulmonalis, which also goes to lungs, and arteria branchialis? Arteria pulmonalis, it's bring deoxygenated blood, and in lungs take place exchange of gases, and oxygenated blood through pulmonary veins goes to heart, to left atrium. Do you know? But oxygenated blood, the same should goes to lung, and that is small arteries. They not so large diameter of these arteries. Some arteria branchialis. Arteria branchialis, they start from thoracic aorta and goes to lungs. The same from thoracic aorta start arteries which goes to pericardium. They are arteria pericardiaci. To esophagus we have arteria esophagealis. They supply esophagus. Cleatis. Arteria esophagealis, pericardiaci, and arteria branchialis. They are visceral branches of thoracic aorta. And parietal branches are arteria, what do you think, between ribs, intercostalis, posterior intercostal arteries. Do you remember anterior intercostal arteries? They start from arteria thoracica interna, yes, and they are only 6 in number, but posterior intercostal arteries are 12 in number, but from thoracic aorta start only 10 of them, 10, from 3rd till 12th. Upper 2 posterior intercostal arteries you already know. First and second posterior intercostal arteries start from, yes, truncus costa cervicalis, and this trunk start from arteria subclavia in spatium inter scalenum. Do you remember our previous classes? Okay. And last parietal branch, that is arteria phrenica superior. It goes to diaphragm. That is all about thoracic department. Now, abdominal department. The same parietal and visceral branches. Parietal branches are arteria lumbalis, goes to lumbar vertebra, goes to muscles of the abdomen. The same parietal branch is arteria phrenica, help me. If it is phrenica superior, that is why here it is phrenica inferior. And last parietal branch, that is arteria sacralis mediana. It starts from bifurcation of aorta and goes to sacrum. Arteria sacralis mediana. They are parietal branches of abdominal aorta. Before we continue visceral branches, do you remember another 2 arteries which also goes to diaphragm? Muscula phrenica and pericardiaca phrenica. Both of them start from arteria thoracica interna. If next time I ask you blood supply of diaphragm, you should answer arteria phrenica superior from aorta thoracica, arteria phrenica inferior from aorta abdominalis, arteria pericardiaca phrenica and muscula phrenica from arteria thoracica interna. Clear it is? Now, visceral branches of abdominal aorta. All visceral branches subdivides into paired and unpaired. Paired arteries goes to paired organs. Which paired organs do you know in abdominal cavity? Kidney. That is why arteria renalis. We already speak about arteria renalis together with kidney. You remember that it gives arteria polaris superior, centralis, and polaris inferior. We already discussed this moment. Arteria renalis. What else? And other paired organs. Above of kidney, we have suprarenal gland, adrenal gland. It has 3 arteries. One artery starts from arteria phrenica inferior, that is arteria suprarenalis superior. One artery starts from arteria renalis, that is arteria suprarenalis inferior. And only one artery starts directly from aorta, that is arteria suprarenalis media. One again, arteria suprarenalis superior, arteria suprarenalis inferior, and here it is arteria suprarenalis media. And last paired organ, which also develops in abdominal cavity and descend in male into the scrotum, in female descend into true pelvis, that is testis or ovary. That is why arteria testicularis in male or arteria avarica in female also start from aorta abdominalis. It is paired artery. Clear? Now, unpaired visceral branches goes to unpaired organs. One again, that is abdominal aorta. Here it is diaphragm. Which unpaired organs do you remember? Liver, spleen, stomach, all intestines, small and large intestine, small and large intestine. And here it is pancreas, yes? And pancreas, they are unpaired visceral organs, unpaired organs, and unpaired visceral branches goes to them. First of all, first unpaired branch, that is celiac trunk, truncus celiacus. Truncus celiacus. Second artery, that is arteria mesenterica superior, and last arteria mesenterica inferior. 3 unpaired arteries: celiac trunk, superior mesenteric artery, and inferior mesenteric artery. From celiac trunk we have arteria gastrica sinistra, arteria hepatica communis, and arteria lienalis. Arteria hepatica communis gives arteria gastroduodenalis. After that, it continues as arteria hepatica propria, and arteria hepatica propria subdivides into ramus dexter and ramus sinister and goes to right and left lobe of the liver. And from ramus dexter usually start arteria cystica, which supplies what? Gallbladder. From arteria hepatica propria, we have arteria gastrica dextra, and this artery makes anastomosis with arteria gastrica sinistra in the region of lesser cavity of the stomach. And now, arteria gastroduodenalis subdivides into arteria pancreatica duodenalis superior, goes to pancreas and duodenum, and arteria gastroepiploica dextra. And arteria gastroepiploica dextra makes anastomosis with arteria gastroepiploica sinistra, which start from arteria lienalis in the region of greater cavity of the stomach. The same from arteria lienalis, we have arteria gastrica brevis, which join together arc in the region of lesser cavity and arc in the region of greater cavity of the stomach. And also from arteria lienalis we have rami pancreatici, which supplies body and tail of pancreas. Then arteria mesenterica superior. It gives arteria pancreatica duodenalis inferior, and together with superior artery supplies head of the pancreas and duodenum. The same arteria mesenterica superior supplies small intestine. It gives arteria intestinalis, a lot of branches, arteria intestinalis. They makes 3 rows of anastomosis in mesentery of jejunum, first row, then second and third row. And from third row start arteria jejunalis, which supplies jejunum, and 2 rows of anastomosis in mesentery of ileum, and arteria ilealis supplies ileum. The same superior mesenteric artery gives arteria ileocolica. This artery supplies terminal end of ileum and cecum, and it gives branch to appendix vermiformis, that is arteria appendicularis. The same superior mesenteric artery supplies colon ascendens, that is arteria colica dextra, and arteria colica media supplies transverse colon. Here it is arteria colica media, here it is arteria colica dextra. They make anastomosis one with another. And arteria mesenterica inferior gives arteria colica sinistra, arteria sigmoida, and arteria rectalis superior. And they, for example, colica sinistra makes anastomosis with arteria colica media. Arteria sigmoida makes anastomosis with colica sinistra and arteria rectalis superior. That is unpaired visceral branches. And next time, not only you should know names of these branches, but, for example, blood supplies of stomach, and how you will answer. Stomach has 2 arterial arches, one in the region of lesser cavity, another in the region of greater cavity. In lesser cavity, we have anastomosis between arteria gastrica sinistra from celiac trunk and arteria gastrica dextra from propahepatic artery, and propahepatic from common hepatic, and common hepatic from celiac trunk. Then greater cavity of the stomach, here it is right gastroepiploic artery from arteria gastroduodenalis, and gastroduodenalis from common hepatic, and common hepatic from celiac trunk, and left gastroepiploic artery, which start from arteria lienalis, and arteria lienalis start from celiac trunk. And fundus of the stomach receive blood from arteria gastrica brevis, and these arteries makes anastomosis with arc in the region of greater cavity and with arc in the region of lesser cavity. That is blood supplies of stomach, or blood supplies of pancreas. Head of the pancreas receive 2 arteries, arteria pancreatica duodenalis superior and inferior. Superior arteries start from arteria gastroduodenalis, and gastroduodenalis from hepatica communis, and hepatica communis from celiac trunk. And inferior artery, which start from superior mesenteric artery. Body and tail of pancreas receive blood from rami pancreatici, which start from arteria lienalis. Clear it is. Large intestine. Blood supplies of large intestine. Cecum, together with appendix vermiformis, receives blood from arteria ileocolica, which start from superior mesenteric artery. And appendix vermiformis receive arteria appendicularis from arteria ileocolica. Colon ascendens receive arteria colica dextra. Colon transversum arteria colica media, all of them from superior mesenteric artery. Descendens colon receive blood from arteria colica sinistra, sigmoid colon from arteria sigmoida, and upper part of rectum from arteria rectalis superior, and all of them from inferior mesenteric artery. Names of arteries and blood supplies of inner organs. Diaphragm, blood supply of adrenal gland. What else? Blood supplies of testes, that is easy, arteria testicularis. Gallbladder, arteria cystica from ramus dexter. Ramus dexter from proper-hepatic from common hepatic, and common hepatic from celiac trunk. That is next time. I think that is... It is descendants, thoracic and abdominal aorta, page 278. That is stomach, pancreas, large intestine, till topic number 21 next time.